This week we have the biggest rematch of the year. Magomed Ankalaev is going to be defending his title against Alex Pereira. This is a very interesting fight, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I just don't see Alex Pereira winning this fight. I will make a full breakdown and prediction of this fight going into fight week and everything, but I gotta be honest with you. I'm just not seeing it. When you take a look at the first fight, Alex barely let his hands go, at all, right? The majority of what he was throwing was leg kicks. And there's a couple of different reasons for that. One, you throw a leg kick, a lot of the times it's safer as opposed to entering range with punches. You don't want to get counterstruck. Ankalaev was still countering the leg kicks, though. But Alex wanted to be able to at least have his hands up, ready to defend off those kicks if Ankalaev was going to look to counter. And like I said, I'm going to go deeper into the analysis when fight week comes around and I go to make my predictions. But I just think that Alex is just playing it very safe, and I don't see much changing this time around, is what I will say. And I mean, the betting lines show this. I mean, Magomed Ankalaev is roughly a 2.5 to 1 favorite, depending on the source that you get at. But it's generally about a 2.5 to 1 favorite going into this. And I could see why. And if you're looking to bet on this card, gamble safely, first of all. Second of all, I would suggest if you're going to go with Magomed Ankalaev, I would take it one step further and pick him to win by way of decision. Because I don't think he's going to finish Alex. He did hurt him in the first fight, but Alex barely got touched outside of that, really. I mean, let's just be honest. He didn't get touched too much outside of that. Ankalaev was hitting him, but Ankalaev's not really a one-punch knockout artist. The only guy he one-shotted was Johnny Walker, and everybody can do that. If I hit Johnny Walker, he would probably be unalived, to say the least. But yeah, generally speaking, Ankalaev, not too much of a power striker. But this card is actually looking very solid. This main card, I am so excited for this. I'm going to break all of this down here for you guys and kind of give you a little bit of a preview as to what I'm thinking going into this fight week. And then I'll do my official UFC 320 predictions come probably about Thursday-ish. So just breaking this down right here, I've said my piece on Ankalaev versus Pereira in the co-main event, and this is a fight that a lot of people are sleeping on, but Merab Dvalishvili is defending his belt against Corey Sandhagen, and in my eyes, Merab is the bantamweight GOAT. Without a shadow of a doubt, he is the bantamweight GOAT. He's beaten some very tough competition, and he's probably going to end up breaking the title defense record, because I believe this is his third title defense, so I think that'll tie the record, and then whoever he fights after this will break the record. But I don't want to write off Corey Sandhagen, and I'll tell you why. This is one of those things where as soon as you write off a challenger and the champion starts looking ahead to the next thing, is usually when the champion loses, right? And how old is Merab? I think he's about 34 years old, right? Which, he's at his peak right now, right? He's not going to get any better than where he's at right now. It's actually not showing me his age, but I believe he's 34 years old. I think Corey's around the same age, 33-ish. So it'll be very interesting to see if Merab's going to start to slow down, because he's only been getting better. His distance management, his striking's getting better. His ability to finish is only getting better. But when you hit that high, you start to hit that low. Now, I'm not saying that Merab isn't going to win this fight, because I'm still favoring him to win. Even an 80% version of Merab, for what we saw against Sean O'Malley, in my opinion, beats Corey Sandhagen. And it's not because Corey's a bad fighter. It's just because styles make fights. In order to beat Merab, you need to have that one-shot KO power that someone like Sean O'Malley has. And Corey is a crafty striker. He's not like Sean O'Malley, though. He is rangy, he does move, but he also will fight on the inside. And I think that with some of the shots that he throws, and sometimes he kind of plays a little bit too passive, like he's trying to be a bit too perfect of a well-rounded mixed martial artist, and that's not going to work against Merab. In order for him to win, he's going to have to land a big flying knee shot or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have to be a flash knockout in order for Corey to win this fight, I think, because I don't see him winning a decision. And I doubt he'll submit Merab. I mean, Merab has been submitted before, technically. He got guillotine choked, I believe it was. But that was a bit of an interesting situation. But I just don't see how Corey pulls it off. But I don't want to write him off completely, just because the second I do is when Corey pulls off that knockout. Because Merab's chin is a bit suspect, if we're going to be 100% honest. It just is. He got dropped by Marlon Moraes twice. He will get wobbled when he's hit. He got rocked, or not rocked, but he got, hurt by a teep kick from Sean O'Malley in that 5th round in the first fight. his durability is a bit suspect to me personally. So I could see Corey potentially picking out the openings, but I'm wondering if when Corey faces a wrestler, that's when he becomes a little more hesitant, like in the Umar Nurmagomedov fight. But pure wrestling, I think Umar is better than Merab. And we saw Corey defend and get up from some of those takedowns. But Merab doesn't always shoot just to get you down to the ground, right? He's shooting to chain wrestle on you. He wants to wear you out and tire you out and just dominate and take over. So I think Merab's going to win this fight. But I'm not looking past this fight at all. I want to see Corey Sandhagen go in there and perform. He's one of my favorite fighters to watch. He's so crafty and so tricky. I love watching Corey fight. But moving on to the best fight on the card. This is going to be the absolute banger of the night, all right? Yuri Prochazka versus Khalil Rountree Jr. Some people would say that this is a number one contender fight. I don't think so. I think Carlos Ulberg's the rightful number one contender. Khalil Rountree and Yuri Prochazka have already gotten their title shots. But I think whoever wins this fight, if they get one more win, they're going to be next in line. And at least it seems like the light heavyweight division does have some contenders at least. So that's like, it's not like, yes, there is a clear number one contender, but then at least after that, there will be more contenders coming. It's not like the division's empty, like in the flyweight division where we're pretty much out of contenders, with the exception of like Joshua Van. This at least is like, there's at least some fighters lined up for this. And interestingly enough, Yuri is the favorite. That's interesting. I might put a little bit on Khalil Rountree, to be honest with you, because he's a much more technical striker. And yes, Yuri probably has better durability, but Khalil's got a lot of heart. He's not going to give up on himself. The only way Alex Pereira was able to finish him was by way of body shot, and that's because Khalil's so tricky. And yes, Yuri's tricky, is unorthodox. He relies on a lot of head movement, but if Khalil gets those leg kicks going, which Yuri does not check, I can see Khalil winning this fight. Absolutely. This is a 50-50 fight for me, because I think Khalil's going to have a hard time hitting Yuri to the head, but I think he's going to smash his body and legs. And Yuri's not a big light heavyweight. Like Khalil is probably bigger than him. I'm assuming he probably weighs more. Yuri weighs like 210 come fight night, and he weighs in at 205. I would assume Khalil probably weighs about 220 in fight night. I think there's going to be a difference in speed. I think that Khalil's faster, but Yuri might hit harder. I'm not sure. The power's up for debate, but I think the durability is on the side of Yuri. So we're going to see. This is going to be interesting. And Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Salal, it kind of just seems like a stepping stone thing. Josh Emmett has to be one of the most frustrating fighters to watch because he's got all the power in the world. He's got all the capabilities. He's kind of like a Chad Mendes in a way, but he just doesn't have the precision to land those knockout shots. If he does land it, yeah, he's going to knock you out, but he just doesn't seem to have that precision. It's big overhand rights, look down on the ground, and just pray that it lands. And, like, he's very strong. He has the ability to wrestle, too. But at his age, he's, 41 years old. I just don't see him bouncing back, to be honest. I think Yusuf Salal is going to win this. And I just wish that Josh Emmett could have worked on his precision more instead of worrying so much about the knockout. Knockouts will come if you land the shot on the right spot. Especially when you already hit that hard. You don't need to worry about your power. You already got that. You don't need to throw everything at 100%. Throw it at 80%, but more accurately. It's just one of those things, man. It is what it is. And then we have Joe Pyfer fighting on the main card. And this is where I'm shaking my head a little bit. I gotta be honest here. Like, Abbas Magomedov getting on a pay-per-view is absolutely crazy. This guy's got one-round cardio. Like, he got mauled by Sean Strickland. Let's just be honest. And Joe Pyfer barely won a decision against Kelvin Gastelum. Like, if Kelvin had pressed in that third round more, which he should have done, he would have gotten a draw on that. And Joe Pyfer seems to be like the next Bo Nickel of the middleweight division, just like super hyped up. But he was already hyped up, and then he got derailed by Jack Hermanson. This is one of those fights I just don't think should be on the main card. I just gotta be honest. I just don't care about this fight. It just should not be on the main card. Like, I would rather see Andre Muniz versus Edin Shabazian on the main card. Like, that's how we're that's how we're looking at here. Or Patchy Mix even on the main card. I'd rather see him over Joe Pyfer. So let me know what you guys think of this card down in the comments below. I'm going to give a full breakdown and analysis of all these fights. I got to go back and watch Yusuf Salal fight a little bit more. He's the only one I haven't seen too much of, but everyone else I have a general idea on how they fight. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace!